Hello all, Metal Smile here, and today I am giving my review on Autobot Maverick from the Transformers TopGun collab. I got this from my grandmother last Christmas, so much love to her. I've watched Top Gun only once enough to get why people love the film, but I was never crazy about it. It was another movie that Tom Cruise was in, which had incredible stunt work and with real fighter jets used in the air and interesting choreography. But anyway, onto the box. Yes, get out of the way. Onto the box. It's a box with a plastic window! Yay! Love how they made the cardboard insert like the platform of like the aircraft carrier. The release dates of the two movies. Never watched the second one, but I might. But like I said, I wasn't crazy about the first one either. Comes with the red bike, which I just left inside there. I don't care if you can see it, but it's right there. But not the volleyball. Not the volleyball, sadly. Box out of the way. Now, on to the figure itself. Himself. Tom Self, Cat Self, Goose. It's a borderline spitting image of the real Tomcat fighter jet. It has this nice camouflage printing across the top of the plane, but the rest of the underside... It could have used more paint, but it's not bad, really. It even has the Maverick and Goose stamped right below the cockpit, and even what looks to be the company or manufacturer logos on either of the rear tail fins. With all of these little details, it exemplifies realism on a smaller scale, which really surprises me. And I'm also impressed with the cable management underneath the belly of the bird. Hashtag has been improving their cable placement for flying alternate modes, mostly. So this is a pretty big step in a very ambitious direction to make aircraft modes more streamlined and cohesive. Or so we like to think. Upon first glance, it doesn't look like it transforms, but what did the box say? Transformer! And here we have Autobot Maverick in his robot mode, and I must say, this
kind of surprised me
when I first transformed him, like around Christmas time, because I now finally understand the hype that was built up around this mold in particular. And it's a very solid mold, interesting design decisions. However, I am all in for this mold being used again in the future. And it better be reused in the future. It's too good to be used just once, you know? He comes equipped with two little
blasters
from the fuel tanks in jet mode. You just flip them and, you know, it's a fuel tank, and then flip them again. Kablamo. It's a blaster. And he does also come with... I'll talk about that in a moment. He does come with missile racks that are on his back, so you could like put them on his arms or whatever. I just prefer to keep them on his back. Now they just feel a bit more appropriate that way for me. Onto the articulation of the figure. Head is on a ball joint and pretty tight on my copy. Has some really, really nice detail on it if the camera can focus in. Stripes on the helmet is very asymmetrical on mine, but thankfully, you know, it doesn't bother me too much, really, after all. And the red visor is some nice red paint for the visor. Only thing he is missing, though, is a nose. I don't feel like he doesn't have enough of, like, a nose bridge up there, so, because, you know, Tom Cruise has a really big nose. Anyway, so for the shoulders, they are just on a little hinge, and they can do a 360 if you want to. And the shoulder pad also accordions up and down with it. And bicep swivel, that's pretty tight, I'm pretty sure, on every copy.
Very deep elbow bend.
Good lord. That is a lovely elbow bend. I love that. More figures need to have this. Then he has a little wrist hinge, so for transformation, but you could do a always swivel. Unfortunately, the wings can open as Tomcat fighter jets do, and yeah, it's a really lovely wingspan, I will say. And he does have, pretty solid joints for, forward and back movement. The thing that sucks about this in particular is hips are just like, why? But I could probably fix that with some kind of glue or something. It does have a thigh swivel, bend at the knee.
He technically does have an ankle pivot.
See, there's like a little bit of like a dip in where like the plastic ends. It does pivot, but my copy, right foot, pivots much more. But yeah, articulation is pretty solid for a collab figure of this caliber, and I must say I'm pretty surprised. Overly large cockpit. In my opinion, this is a pretty solid figure. A very good Transformers collaborative project that I think has pulled the Top Gun Maverick projects pretty well. And the overall design of this figure is quite stellar, I will say. Very simplistic, yes, but indeed among the most successful jetformers of our time for sure. And it has some really nice engineering tricks. It's got some nice posability too, if you can ignore the
obnoxious, annoyingly loose hip hinges.
Other than that, it's a really great figure, and I highly recommend you pick this up, either if you're a Top Gun fan or Transformers fan, or if you just want to have another aerial bot-like character in your Transformers collection. Or if you're a Transformers completionist, which I am not, by the way. This has been my review on Autobot Maverick from the Transformers Collaborative project, and I will see you all in the next video. Can someone make an upgrade kit for him to have a big nose?